Hey, Clint, before
Yes.
Rob goes,
Aiden, our producer, is going to interject. Yes, sir.
would you and Rob like to answer a Beatles-themed trivia question?
Oh, absolutely. We do trivia here on the show, as you know.
I know, yeah.
And Aiden sometimes surprises us with a trivia question. Please.
When did the Cavern Club open its doors in Liverpool?
Well, I can tell you that the Beatles were playing there in the very early 60s.
Yeah.
61 or so, 62?
I'm going to say August 2nd, 63.
Clint?
Well, that's funny you said August 2nd because that's my birthday. I don't know why you picked that. But not 63.
Don't worry, listeners.
I'm going to say that they played there in the early 60s, but it had to have been there, and it kind of looked like an old dive. So I'm going to say it was 10 or 20 years old. I'm going to guess late 30s.
January 16th, 1957.
Oh, 57. So it wasn't there that long. It must have been something else before, though. Like everything, no building in London is new very often.
I think the date I said was when the Beatles first played it, because I have it written on a brick in my Cavern Club. And I couldn't remember what it signified, but I think it was the first time they played
Okay,
it.
See,
so
August
my
2nd,
birthday
63.
of 63, 7 years before I was born.
My answer might have been just as close, but I was excluded from participating.
Well, you didn't jump in. Sorry, I didn't. I was
Well,
I was too busy trying to answer it
I
myself.
guess because I said I wasn't a huge Beatle fan.
Oh, yeah.
Aiden
That's
thought
exactly why I didn't ask.
that it'd be okay to just exclude me.
Hey, I'll give you my own Beatles trivia question here. Who was both the oldest and youngest member of the Beatles at the same time?
Ringo.
Very good. How the hell did you know that? You're just guessing.
I answer any
Yeah, the
Beatle
25%.
question I answer with Ringo.
Okay.
I'll give you a trivia question.
Well, do you want to know why that is? Because he's physically the oldest Beatle, but he was the last to join, so he's the youngest member of the Beatles.
Okay.
But he was older than, or still is older than the other members. He's still alive.
Before,
Okay.
I thought it was because everyone else was dead.
No, Paul's still alive too.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, the bass player and the drummer are both alive, yet dead in the Who. So I'm wondering if Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend could get together and form the Hoodles, maybe. Anyway, I made that joke before, and Bill Maher's comedy team stole it, and he used it on his show. That's a true story.
so here you go.
Yes, please.
So before Ringo's Starr, we know there was Pete Best
Yes.
on the drums.
Yes.
Who was the fourth Beatle?
Oh, Stu Sutcliffe, the fifth Beatle, Stu Sutcliffe.
Fifth Beatle, yeah.
Yeah, Stu Sutcliffe was the original bass player, and he was the focus of the movie Backbeat, I believe.
And do you
They
remember
did
what
a
happened to
story
Stu?
on him. He had died of a brain aneurysm.
That's right, on stage.
On stage? I've never heard that. And in the movie, they had him die when the Beatles left for America, and they came back, and Astrid, somebody, their photographer, the German girl, was there, and she told him that Stu had died in the movie. So
I don't
maybe
think Stu could even play, but the girls liked Stu, and they put him on stage, and he held a guitar.
Well, in the movie, they showed him hand the bass to Paul and said, "You play this. You've always been better at it than I have."
Yeah.
But he was more of an artist too. He was an art school student
Yeah.
along with Lennon. Anyway, we're going off.
He was
on
part of the gang.
Yeah, Stu Sutcliffe. I did know that though. Yes, absolutely.